How many of you like to travel? How many of you like to save money? We know that normally those two don't go hand in hand, right? Well, what if I told you you could travel the world for free? Well, a couple of you guys are going to know a little bit about what I'm about to tell you about. A few of you may have heard of it, and the rest have no idea about this topic. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you about space available for space age travel. Now I know that the Loadmaster and the aerial port guy down in DM, they know what space age travel is, but how many of you other people have heard of it or know really what it is? Well, Air Force folks normally call it Space A or maybe HOPS. I've heard our sister services refer to it as MAC flights, which goes back to our old command name of Mobility Airlift Command. Well, in a nutshell, what it is you go to your nearest Air Force base, or any base that has aircraft capable of carrying passengers, and you sign up, jump on the plane, and go wherever they're going for free. Now, there are going to be some limitations. I mean, I won't get in real depth to that because there are a lot of different things, but I'll give you the basics. Active duty, active reserve, dependent, and retired military ID card holders are eligible for this benefit. As I said, there are limitations. So you're not going to be able to space A to somewhere like Iraq. But who the hell wants to go there anyways, right? There's also some limitations when it comes to maybe the cargo we're carrying or whatever the mission is we're flying. But I would say more often than not, we do open up seats for space A's. So with that, how does it work? Well, you call or you visit your nearest base dispatch terminal or base operations center if you're at a small base that doesn't have a terminal. And you get a copy of their schedule, and you just find out what seats are going to be open up seats for space available travel. You sign up. So to sign up, they put your name, after you sign up, they put your name in an order by priority. And again, I'm not going to go into great depth on the priorities because there's a bunch of different factors depending on your location or your status or whatever. But the basics are active duty on leave first, of course, then dependents, followed by retirees. Now with technology today, some terminals are actually allowing you to email in or fax your request in. But if this is your first time using space age travel, I'd recommend you go in to get all the facts and fill out all the necessary paperwork. So now that you're signed up, hey, where can you really go? Well, like I said, you're not going to be able to go to combat-related or austere locations, but you can hop around the U.S. or around the world for that matter. Some of the locations we frequent on the C5, let's say in Europe, are Germany, England, Spain, Italy, and even Turkey. Then we go to the Pacific lot also, go to Alaska, Hawaii, Korea, and Japan. Then, of course, we hop all around the U.S. depending on whatever our mission itinerary is. Now, before I crossed the Loadmaster, I was aerial port and stationed in Germany. At the time I was married, and I hopped, as I called it, 4 times from Germany back to the States. Now, I don't have an exact dollar amount, but I would guess that we saved at least $1,000 each time we hopped. Now, for an airman, or anyone for that matter, $1,000 is a lot of money. Well, back in the late 90s to early 2000s, I remember we used to fill up a lot of seats. But it seems like this has slowed down over the last few years. I don't know if it's because of the lack of knowledge, the ops tempo, or maybe the economy even. But since I've cross-trained the Loadmaster, I've noticed that the seats are filled less and less. For example, on the C5, we have 73 passenger seats. Now, on this last mission I just flew, we had 4 legs or flights that we could have carried passengers. Now, if you add that up, four flights, 73 passengers each, comes up to 292 seats. Well, how many of those 292 available seats do you think we filled? Well, I'll tell you, we only filled 12. In fact, we flew from Germany back to Travis Air Force Base completely empty. Now, that's a lot of wasted seats. You know, every time I'm overseas in crew rest, I see this AFN commercial. I always laugh. It says, Space A can be a good way to travel. Well, this commercial is absolutely true. If you're flexible and do your homework about Space A travel, it can be a good way to travel and save you some big bucks. So hopefully now you have a little better idea of what a Space A travel is, how it works, and where you can go. When you start planning your next 3-day pass or maybe your family vacation, I think you should jump on the phone, call up your nearest passenger terminal, see what they have to offer. Who knows? With summer upon us, Maybe I'll see you in the back of my C5 on the way to Europe or the Pacific. Thank you.